Hey everyone, Lindsay Olden here. I am going to show you how Learning Genie works for family advocates and how best to navigate the web and the Educator app, as well what it looks like from a parent view. All right, so you'll see these four bars across the top: dashboard, manage family engagement, and attendance. You are going to use all of them. You will see Bemidji Head Start right here, and you can change the site. You will only have access to your certain sites. I'm an admin, that's why it shows me access to more. All right. For under Managed Family Engagement, you should have all of these options: school message, chat, events, and in-kind report. If you don't have one of these options, please let me know so I can change that on my end. So if you go to school message, you can send out, maybe there's a food drive that you want to tell everybody about, or say we are going to distance learning and we want to let all parents know that. This is a great way to send that out because it goes to the parents' email that's generated through Child Plus, and it goes to the Learning Genie app if they're signed up. You might hear me say onboarded. Onboarded and signed up mean the same thing. And if you want to send a message to some staff, you can do that as well, or you can just email them. But it does go to their Learning Genie Educator app as well as their backup email. So you can click on all parents here, and you could choose all of the sites that you have access to, but you'll see here over to the left, there is a triangle shape, which you can click on that and it arrows down. So you could just click on the center that you have and it'll pick all the classrooms that are in that center. Or even better, you can choose the arrow right next to the classroom, and you can arrow down and you can see all of the kids. And so you can choose individual kids and parents to send it to. You'll see that there is a blue phone next to kids' names, and that means all those families are onboarded with Learning Genie. Let me show you an example where it is not that way. You can arrow back up to close them, or you can choose the arrow again to close them. And it'll just keep opening them. So you'll see here that this child is gray, and that means their parent is not onboarded. Right next to it, if you put your cursor over it, it will say no parent. Just as a reminder of confidentiality, because you might be looking at kids' names that you don't have access to. All right, so that is how you pick parents and sites and centers to send messages to. And when you choose them, it will show up in the recipient here, and you can put a subject and a message, and you can also attach a file, so a flyer. I'm going to go ahead and do this to my testing site so that you can see what it looks like. All right, and I'm just going to attach a file just so you can see what it looks like on the parent end that I'll show you in a couple minutes. All right, and you'll see down here that the file was attached. I'm going to go ahead and click send. Oh, you got to add content in there. Please view the attachment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and send. And you'll see that it was sent by app and by email. So the reason that there's two on here is because there is two parents associated with this account. So it will send to two different emails and two different apps. So I'm going to go ahead and close. And then you can also look at message history, which is really a good way to see if families opened what you had sent them. So Linda had sent out this Journey Outreach Sunday dinner, which she did this perfectly. You can see the details here. And then you can see the families that did not open it and the families that did open it. But just a reminder, you'll only see the ones that opened it by their app. If they opened it just by their email, you won't see it, they opened it. And if for any reason you need this documentation, you can click PDF here and it will download this. All right. There is the chat feature, but just right off the bat, I just want to tell you that the chat feature is definitely glitchy, and I would recommend highly only using the Learning Genie Educator app to message. You can try it on here, but a lot of times if you go to your Educator app, you won't see the message that you sent on the web and vice versa. We're really hoping that Learning Genie on their end is fixing the chat feature for us. And so right here, these are your two people. So you can see the messages that have been sent out by me, but you can go here and once again, you can arrow down and pick certain classes and individual children. I can't show you that right now because I'm an administrator and the feature does not work for me. But all right, and then I'm going to show you how to add an event. So an event can be created when you have a parent training or a parent meeting. I'm going to go ahead and delete this event right here. And so you can delete and you can duplicate the event over here to the right. These two little pieces of papers, if you put your arrow over it, it will say duplicate. And you can duplicate that event and resend it out for a new time if you would like. Or you can just say the Zoom link is the same and you just want to change the event name and event description, you can do that. So if you click add event over here to the right, you can click add event, do the event name, the event description. New settings are advanced settings, so you can require a parent signature. So on their end, they have to sign when the event happens. This check-in QR code sent to parents would only be, I'll show you what that looks like on the parent end. And then if you choose this box, then the teacher that is in that classroom has to confirm that parent check-in. If there is if it's a Zoom link for an event, put the link here in the website link. If there's a flyer for the event, you can add an attachment. You can create an event banner picture if you would like. When you're making an event, please make it the day before the event, because you will see here, if I try to do it for today and send it out, I click invite families, you can arrow down just like on the school message and you can pick your classes and your sites and click save. And then I'm going to go ahead and do at a glance. And if it is via Zoom, you can just type in via Zoom here because it has an asterisk, so you need to add a location. But you'll see the from date must be before the to date. So say I do it to here then. So I'm doing at a glance. The event start time must be 10 minutes before the current time. So you can only send out an event 10 minutes before the current time. So I'm going to go ahead and that's how you add an event. You click event, put in description. You can do advanced settings. You do not have to require parent signature unless it's required. Maybe you put in a Zoom link here and then you can put the days and the times. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do this event for 12:30. And again, invite families. You can arrow down and you can arrow down again and you can see the children that are invited, or you can invite the whole center or just pick the specific classrooms or individuals. And at a glance, and you can see what this looks like, the confirmation of it. And it will send the invite to their email, just like the school message will, to their email that was generated from Child Plus in Learning Genie, and to their notifications on the Learning Genie app. So I'm going to go ahead and send to families. As well, you can save an event as a draft and send it later if you would like. So send to families, and go ahead and confirm. So you can see at the bottom it says created successfully. So here you'll see that it shows the event, and you can also scroll through these events. If you're doing an event for parent training, please label it parent training and then what it is, so that if management needs to go back and look at the attendance here of a parent training, they can easily see that it says parent training. Like here it says patients with parents. I'm going to preview that one. And you can see patients with parents YPP. So they could see that that's what it is, but it's easier if the event name immediately says parent training or parent meeting before it says any more details, because then they'll be able to easily find it when going through, so that you don't have to duplicate from this to Child Plus. And so you'll see that I previewed this event, and you can click on view details, and you can see over to the left the centers and the families. If you click on that center, you can see, or click on that classroom, you can see the family that I sent it to, and you can see that they opened the event, but they didn't RSVP. So right here, you can see that a parent opened the event and said, yes, she was RSVPing, and she checked herself in. So you can see here, and then I asked for teacher confirmation. So the teacher can confirm that. So I just checked that. So if you scroll over, you can see at the parent's signature and the duration of the event. And you can manually check families in if they come by clicking manual check-in, and then you can confirm that, but I'm not going to for this family. And then you can download this report if you would like, so that you have it in your documents if anyone asks. So once again, I can see who RSVP'd. You can see that this family was checked in by me, and I confirmed that they were there. And then this parent checked in themselves, but I'm going to go ahead and confirm that they were at that event. And I can go ahead and download that from my records for the Young Parent Program. And this is what the download looks like. And then you can go ahead and download that and save it to your files, or you can print it if you wanted to. All right, so that is how events work, and how you can view the details of who has opened it, who plans on attending, that kind of thing. And then this QR code here, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So say we were to have an event at the center, we could download that QR code and print it. And then when families come in, they could just open their Learning Genie app and scan that. And I'll show you what that looks like from a parent view in a couple minutes. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you attendance now. In-kind report, you can look at things that families submit for in-kind, but you don't have to. Attendance here. So you can see who is in and out for that day in your specific classrooms. And if you click on it, you can see why they're out. So this child is in quarantine, and this one was excused. And you can see the excuse was they didn't write in an excuse. So maybe you want to call mom and follow up on that. And then you could just click offsite reason, and you could, so you can see the excuse if you click on offsite reason. So it said dad said they slept in and his phone is off. Therefore, the alarm was off as well. So that was why the child wasn't coming for that day. So that's a really good way to follow up with attendance. And then if they say in quarantine or abnormal health card, then Rhonda will follow up on those children.